Yeah. Yeah.
And Isaiah Mosier.
Yeah, a little blue-white control or Chris control, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
He didn't really give a shit how you think his deck should be built. He does it his own way.
Yeah. And, he's always been pretty effective with it, so.
Yeah, he's playing the blue-white control with the ley line binding and all that nonsense.
With some spicy cards of his own.
Yeah, he tends to skew black if he's still doing it the way that he's done it in the past. Yes.
Yeah, his frantic deck listing was...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that his deck list says that he's playing 6 copies of Force of Negation, and that's how bad his fucking handwriting is.
All right, so Isaiah's doing the Inquisition here. We've got Teferi, Prismatic, Supreme. So he's taking either Archmage Charm, Prismatic, or Teferi.
Is he still playing that black draw spell? What was that called?
Shadow.
So. 3 Shadow.
Yeah, 3 Shadow Prophecy.
Shadow Prophecy. Yeah, so he's basically skewing towards the black because he loves Shadow Prophecy.
Yeah, he's playing that over Memory Deluge. I think he might have... Does he have a copy of Memory Deluge? I think he had talked about maybe having one of those in the past. I think the take here...
He does have 1 Memories Deluge, yes.
Getting rid of the Teferi, so he must not have... Oh, yeah, that's why he's getting rid of the Teferi. For sure. All right. Moving on to Chris's turn here. Flooded Strand, holding up some counter magic maybe.
Is it 2 o'clock already?
Yeah, it is. So no, honest to goodness.
My fast is in. It took me up, John.
Yeah. All right. Isaiah's got... Not sure what he's working with. All right. What do you want?
Oh, something light.
The lightest thing we got is a high-low.
All right. Oh, shit.
Oh, fucking Cigar City got us again. Always. I'll grab some paper towel.
Was it a disaster?
Always some version of highlight that does it.
Yeah. Old cans is usually the...
All right, so I already got a couple constructs out here. That's a pretty big deal. Of course, that they're going to get eaten up by... Yeah, I'll do it later.
But jeans is another story.
It's all good, This is basically a fucking frat house stream booth.
Yeah, welcome to the frat house stream booth.
All right.
We are your fucking navigators. Sorority brothers or whatever the fuck, the fraternity brothers.
All right, getting a combat in with this construct. These things are going away next turn when Chris plays this here Supreme Verdict. Can imagine he's not going to. And thwap. No more constructs for you. Get that shit out of here.
And you got to feel that Chris feels pretty good about this matchup. It's
yeah, I think so.
Like most control players, I think he probably has a nice history of being able to. He's like, "Are you not going to cast anything else? Just that?"
Right. This is what we got.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he's definitely in good shape here. Get rid of that thing. Good old-fashioned prismatic ending. Gotta love that card. All right, here's land. They can start doing some stuff with a grip full of bad cards. Probably he knows everything's in counterspell, but you gotta force something out of here, so try to get the Lily down, perhaps. Or try to get the Fable. That's just 2 plays. I guess you could try to... There's nothing in K-Command. K-Command's not worth much. I don't know. I guess a card out of Chris's hand and getting his Tormund Waif back.
Yeah. I think anything he plays is going to get probably countered. I guess there's a chance that Chris might choose to just draw 2. If it's specifically Fable, Chris could either draw 2 or just steal the 2/2.
Yeah, which I kind of like, actually. Oh, he also just had Counterspell.
Okay.
I didn't realize he picked that one up. Okay, well, yeah.
So people give Chris a lot of shit for the way he builds this deck, and I, for one, appreciate it because as a fellow Control player, I think he's just probably better than a lot of people that criticize him.
Yeah.
I don't say this lightly, but he's a solid opponent, man. Like he's a tough dude. He's a tough out.
For sure. Now Chris knows what the fuck he's doing, for sure.
And I, as a Control player, understand that like going to what the community says that you should play is not always what's best for you because playing Control is so much about play style and what you want in your deck.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for Isaiah to get a lot going on here. I mean, Chris is sitting really comfortably here. Snap and Counterspell.
Yeah, this is like ideal for Chris. This is the matchup that he kind of needs.
Yeah. No, he's in such good shape here. Get to play Teferi.
I would just Teferi plus and then have the option to bounce your Teferi next turn.
Yep. Or
to bounce your Snapcaster Mage next turn.
Still holding up. Archmage's Charm, doing great. Let's see if Isaiah actually drew any action that's relevant here. Still Lily, another K command.
He still has a lot of cards.
He has a lot of cards. A couple of them are dead. Okay, he's got a red and 6. That's definitely
and this one needs to be answered because he's missed land drops. He's got Fatal Pushes in hand, which is just like fucking atrocious. He really needed his looter to resolve so that he could get rid of these shitty cards. He may as well,
while this, he may as well just go ahead and kill this Snap here. While you got the one. Oh, okay, he's got that too. That's good.
Yeah, that is the one problem with upticking Teferi these days.
Yeah. It's a problem with Planeswalkers these days in general.
Yeah, there's an argument to be made that he should have just bounced the Snapcaster on his turn, but...
He's got 2 Solitudes now, I think. Let's go to Isaiah.
Chris is not out of the woods yet.
No, he's not. He's not. He was sitting pretty good there for a minute, but... Yeah, getting the card out of Teferi would have been nice. So here's a Solitude... Oh. There we go. I like that play.
All right.
That's
so
real good.
All right. Okay, so Chris is empty-handed.
Yeah, this is a big deal. This is a big turnaround. Okay, that Snap's good. Stay aggressive. I like it. So now Isaiah is going to try to get one of these things down. Feels pretty good about it, but it will get answered. Chris letting go?
He's letting it go. I think what Chris wants to do is he wants to kill it with Snapcaster, so he's going to draw cards on end step and then just...
Yeah, he needs more cards in hand, that's for sure. There we go. Yep.
He's like, I get to draw more.
Wait a minute,
he's used to that Shadow Prophecy, John.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got Leyline Binding now.
Yeah, now he's in really good shape. He's got Leyline Binding and Memory Deluge, so he's sitting pretty. All right, is that gonna get countered? No, it doesn't need to. We can't anyway. But so spend a binding on it or not?
I might just Memory Deluge here.
Yeah.
You could actually technically Memory Deluge and Binding, so I guess that's fine. But I probably would have started with the Deluge just to make sure that that's what I wanted to target.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing is it's kind of, you need to be a little selective with what you binding here just because
he does have
Isaiah has ways to get the binding off it. And Chris is aware. He says that he loves Leyline Binding, but the one matchup where it does get kind of bad is when your opponent is playing green cards.
Yeah, for sure. Answers abound nowadays. We're going to Prismatic the token. Makes sense. That token is.
I don't know what it is about these invitationals, but I always end half the day with beer. Do we just always buy like Cigar City?
I guess we do, yeah.
Because like, dude, I one of them actually did tip over a can into my lap.
Yeah.
Like that was. That's why you never put like You never put a can of beer right next to the inside of your mouse hand?
Right, yeah.
That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Nope.
Dustin, Judge Call. Get out of here.
Judge Call. All right. Judge Call. Talking about a Judge Call. Wonder what the Judge Call is. Oh, okay. Just ordering on how you...
Start a timer. I need Chris's deck list.
Start another timer?
Just
pause it?
Just to keep track of how long, because they're gonna get an extension.
Sure. All right, so we are looking at 39 minutes here. Let's get this hand cam out of here. Yep, 39 minutes. I guess he may have been asking about the ordering on how you've exiled cards with the marches. Like how you declare it, maybe? I wonder what card is in question here. What's the target? One of my favorite cards right there that doesn't get played nearly enough, and I really appreciate Chris playing this thing. That card is very undervalued by the community, in my opinion. All right. I am just not super good at this whole empty air thing, but I'm gonna try. So just for remind everybody too, good opportunity to talk about some things is February 25th is our Modern 500, another bigger high payout tournament coming up pretty soon. 25 to enter, minimum 4 rounds, and then cut. What we cut to, of course, is dependent upon how many players we get. Should have, and try to have some extra prizes for that too, outside of just the credit prizes that are handed out. Should have a new token done for that one. And I think we're going to have plaques for every big event we do from this point on, which, people appreciate mementos to get to commemorate their victories. So that is exciting. And then also, we have the RCQ coming up in March. So what was the question?
So Chris had a sideboard card in his main, and he called it on himself, and so we just had to straighten it out and get his deck correct. And so basically, I made it right. I took his deck list, made sure that the cards that were supposed to be in his sideboard were put back there. He had drawn the sideboard card for turn, so we just shuffled his deck, and he got the redraw for turn since he was honest and called it on himself. We are going to give them some minutes back.
Yeah, it should be 2 3/4 of a minute.
All right, we'll just give him 3 minutes. So.
All right, Spell Bomb, not the place for it. I guess it is something. It's redraw. Chris looking really good with Shadow Prophecy. Gonna draw him quite a few cards here.
Isaiah's like, you are giving us the time extension, right? Chris is like, we're not going to need the whole clock.
Chris.
Which would leave one to believe that he's feeling it right now.
Yeah. All right, so Teferi, Shadow Prophecy. I'll go ahead and take the Teferi. Avoid eating your Urza Saga's bounce and eliminate some card draw for Chris.
That's a funny thing. When he took that, I'm like, Chris is worried you're going to take the Shadow Prophecy.
Yeah.
He likes dig through time.
For sure, yeah. Think of 5 cards.
And that's how he looks at it. He looks at this card. This card is dig through time. And he's not far off.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely one of the more powerful and more interesting, definitely more interesting to be available in format cards printed with Domain from the recent Dominaria set. Here's a monkey and Wandering Emperor. Nope, he's going to go ahead and Solitude.
I like this. I think he's thinking there's a chance that he might want to put counters on this thing, assuming it lives. It did not.
But now he's still got the Emperor ready to go. Get a little bit more. Yeah, you're taking a prismatic. Which isn't doing, the only option. Wouldn't really do anything anyway, so I'm sure Chris.
So the jig is kind of up on the Planeswalker, so Chris is going to definitely do that in step.
For sure.
Oh, no? Okay.
Yeah. So I'll make him. I like holding the land too.
Yep.
That's what you do.
Yeah, don't give your opponent perfect information. He might want to spend on another Inquisition or something. And Chris basically has all the lands he needs at this point.
Yeah.
Although a giant would be nice.
Yeah. Here's a Wandering Emperor. Go ahead and make a dude. Yes, we do have Samurai. It's definitely one of my favorite tokens.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Does not look great on the background. That's the exact same colors.
Yeah.
But trust us, in person, it looks fucking sick.
Well, once Chris gets some foil Samurai tokens, it'll look popping. So I'm sure that he will.
And this is the kind of target I like for the ley line. Something like this to where they're not getting like any kind of ETB value should they get rid of the ley line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I do like the Wandering Emperor.
It's really nice if you can snag like a token and then bounce it back to your hand with Level to Fairy. That's the dream.
For sure.
All right, so now Chris is going to have to beat some Sagas, and this is where it gets kind of tough.
It does, and especially with his Fury. Good thing he gets to keep his Walker, though. That is nice in that exchange. All right. He's got a Supreme in hand. Okay.
What do you say?
Isaiah's got to take care of somebody, so we'll pause the clock.
Okay, I got it.
Time extension.
I will be right back.
Yeah, and then as I was saying before, the RCQ coming up March 4th, I think. Yeah, March 4th, pretty sure. Going to be modern, as always. Give somebody their first step into the road to Pro Tour, but okay, they're good. Resume.
I need to find my car keys.
All right, another land down for Chris. No, he's just untapping. What is he working with now? Got a Snap, Supreme, and a land still. So I feel like make another dude is probably worthwhile. He doesn't have any removal to Snapcaster back to well, I guess he could actually. He can get rid of Fury with a Prismatic. Take the turn, but he's going to need to. Yep. All 5 colors. This is why Modern's a goofy thing right now, is because it's so easy for every deck to have 5 colors. Making another dude like that. So he's going to start pooping out some Constructs here pretty soon. See if we can get a peek at what he's working with here. Yeah, Isaiah's rocking the foil Constructs. Alright, Shadow Spear. It's decent get. Not super applicable in this match, but if he can get it swinging, that life gain is going to be a big deal. Holding a Sekenzan in hand. It's the channel land that makes 2/1/1s. I'd probably go ahead and play it. I don't think there's a reason to hold on to it. Not really. Those 2/1/1s aren't going to do a whole lot in this match. Although I guess they could squeak something out. Chris is drawn dead, unfortunately.
Nothing in hand.
Just land in his Supreme, which he's trying to maximize the value out of. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just pass. Isaiah's just holding the Sekenzen in hand. So, making the construct.
This is Sekenzen.
That's the one that makes the 2/1/1 hasters.
Oh, okay.
Another token I need to
He loves that card.
get done. Well, it's good as a free one-of to have with Ren and 6, you know. It can matter. Right on. Alright, so we're gonna get swingy. And Chris is probably just gonna chump here. Kind of needs to.
Yeah, I think it's about protecting his planeswalker and having something left over is what he's trying to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna equip
So
there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6/6 trample. That's not going to do a good job of protecting his planeswalker, is it?
No. Yeah, I think the Wandering Emperor
He's got
is toast. He's got 4 toughness. So
I suppose you just kind of let it go.
yeah, I would. Although, no, yeah, there's no reason not to. Because he can get a little bit of damage in here. And then sweep. So that's what he wants to do. And take a couple. Get this Supreme down. I am curious what he drew, though. Let's see if he got any better action coming up next, or if he just drew another land. Which I feel like he just drew another land, probably. And Holy Heat. See what you're working with, Chris.
I think that was a Solitude.
Here's a Goyf. Isaiah's working. Yep, Solitude.
Probably Solitude in response to the equip.
Yep. Nice thing is Isaiah is tapped out. Cannot Unholy Heat the Solitude, so that's going to be a big deal for Chris right now. Get his life total back to a cushier spot. It's nice to be sitting around 10. It's not bad. I guess I'll leave that up, see what he draws. And
Yeah, this is a big deal for Chris. Just having an attacker get, like you
for
said,
sure.
get his life total back up to 10. And
Oh,
that's a good
that's
land.
huge.
That is a
Yeah.
good draw. If you're going to draw a land, that's the one you want.
Yeah. All right, so we got Termingoyf down again.
It looks like he's got the answer for the Solitude.
He does. He does.
He still have a memory deluge?
No.
Or did he already
In the-
spend that?
Not out of the grave. Well, maybe we
I'm trying
might
to
have
see
missed
if I can
that.
see it there or not.
Yeah, I think he might have because I don't see it. Prismatic. Although I would kind of, I don't know. It might Prismatic the Shadow Spear.
I thought he did.
No,
Okay.
he went for the Goyf.
That's fair, just because it was a pretty lethal.
You need to play that damn Sekenzen, Isaiah.
It looked like he had 2 Furies in hand. Did he have a?
No,
Sekenzen?
he has he's been holding on to that Sekenzen for like 3 turns.
It's getting less and less good, huh? He's got Monkey.
I don't know why he's
No
holding on to it
dash on
so
the
hard.
Monkey.
I don't know why he's that concerned.
I don't know if I love not dashing the Monkey, since Chris gets to scry 4 basically before he draws that top card. So
Yeah.
he will find an answer to it. This card is actually, I find, surprisingly hard to beat, the Castle of Vantress.
In a good control deck with a good control pilot.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. No, it's really fucking annoying.
Okay, so now he gets a scry 4 and then dig through time.
Oh yeah, those are great.
Yeah. His library is starting to get a little thin.
It is. He needs to get some winning action here for sure.
Oh, there's a giant.
That'll do.
Giant will end this thing quickly.
So go ahead and fire the monkey. Gonna tap it for a mana and unholy heat the snap, I guess.
Yeah, I think in response, Isaiah's going to kill the Snapcaster Mage, which is not a huge deal for
No,
Chris.
but it's something. Although, oh, okay. There we go. That's a use for it finally. Although, probably still just would have liked playing it and then getting a better chance to cast your Fury. But, alright, let's see. Top deck on land, and he can get a Fury down.
Be interesting to see what Chris does with this Archmage's Charm. I assume he's just going to draw a couple cards.
Yeah. Although, it'd be fun to take the Shadow Spear. Because he could take the Shadow Spear and equip it to the fucking Giant.
Did he play the Giant for turn? Is it underneath these top lands?
Yeah, it's in play.
Because the Giant is Chris's win window, for sure.
Yeah, the thing doesn't trample, right?
It does not trample.
I think he should take the Shadow Spear.
It does force Isaiah to hold up blockers.
Take the Shadow Spear. I love taking the Shadow Spear.
Take the Shadow Spear.
Yeah, because he's got Archmage's Charm, right?
It?
Yeah, steal it and then throw it on your Giant.
Yeah,
well, now it doesn't matter, I guess. Because he doesn't have a blocker. But Isaiah's going to gain a little bit of life. And I still kind of like taking it.
Just putting it on your Giant next turn. Yeah. That would be a play. I don't hate it.
It's 8 life gain and trample. And just shuts Isaiah off of gaining an annoyingly incidental amount of life.
That might be the key thing. Yeah, he's not going to do that. I think he wants to use it as a counter spell.
Yeah, which is perfectly fine, of course. All right, firing up the Giant. I mean, it's 2-turn clock, so...
Yep, and that is one thing control players always know how many turns of clock that they have. And that is basically how you think about the game. And
he's got plenty of action.
And I think what he might do here is if Isaiah suits this up, he might just steal the token.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or actually, he's got Leyline Binding. So
yeah, he's got all the action he needs.
So, okay. That
shows how little Isaiah gives a shit at this point.
Yeah. What does Isaiah have? Does he have more?
He's holding on to a Fury. That's all he's got, as far as I know. He's got a Bolt.
Fury. Is that a
he's got the Riveteer's Charm, so he can make him Edict the Giant. Unless, of course, Chris has a counter spell. That would have been great if he didn't have a counter spell.
And that'll do it. Game 1 is completed.
That was the one line he had.
Oops, it's still round 2. I know Isaiah didn't feel great about his matchup against Chris.
Yeah, I feel like Chris is definitely going to be bringing in probably in March.
I also got to say, Isaiah's feeling a little pressure today, I think. He has been on a roll, basically just in his Magic career, and this particular tournament is one that he has not performed well at historically.
No, it stresses him out for sure.
Yeah, he was feeling it. He was like, he had some defeat in him after round 1 because today is not the day to lose round 1. Yeah. And he knew that the pressure is I have to win my next 3. And he's like, I'm probably just going to 0-4 is what he said. So not exactly the exuberance you want from a champion.
No.
What you want is Chris, where Chris is like, we don't need the whole clock.
All right, cutting the pushes, cutting the removal, which is what you do. Does he have enough shit to bring in, though? I kind of don't hate the hearse. I would leave the K command in, I think. I don't think that card's terrible against
I think
control.
K commands is very good against control.
Yeah, I think that card's...
No way in hell I'd cut it. No way. The hearse is like...
Okay.
It's another threat.
Yeah.
You know, like...
it's better than removal, so...
it shuts down some Snapcaster actions.
Right.
It's more of just like an annoying card for Chris. It's not one that he's really going to care about.
Right.
But sometimes you do find them getting away from you, too.
Okay, good. Keep the K command in. I like that. Pithing Needle. Just thinking about Pithing Needle.
And Chris, I know because I just went through his entire sideboard because of his GRV in game 1 there. I do know that he has 2 March of Otherworldly Light to bring in,
and that's
which
good.
I assume
It's so good.
those actually were. That's the funny thing. He called the judge on himself for having cyborg cards in his main. It was actually 2 copies of March of Otherworldly Light, which good sportsmanship by him because that card's actually insane in the matchup.
Yeah, no, for sure. It feels
This is why you don't
amazing.
give game losses for people being honest, because
Yeah.
like he could have just kept the fucking better card in his deck and not said anything.
Yep. Yeah, Marsh is fucking awesome when it comes to this match for sure. I still think the card is just fucking awesome regardless, but it definitely feels
It's a
good
good card.
against this Jund Saga deck. Getting to March their Saga with a trigger to make it tap for mana on the stack is hilarious.
Yeah.
And then they can't Rin and 6
1-mana
it.
Stone Rain.
And they can't Rin and 6 it because it's exiled. It's legit.
And it is I mean, I know it's kind of a card that's fallen out of favor a little bit, but people like Chris playing Snapcaster Mage, that card goes up in value quite a
Well,
bit.
exactly, for sure. When you actually get to buy it back, like I like that Chris still has, even with a lane line binding deck, like it's still a good Snapcaster deck. He has enough targets for it.
I appreciate that Chris has foregone the playing a companion because that's lame.
Yeah, it is lame. It's super lame.
And Snapcasters are cool.
Fuck yeah, they are. That is a card I miss playing too. His old snapper. Turn 1 monkey.
Isaiah wasted no time here.
Does Chris have a good answer for the turn 1 monkey?
He does have a Solitude. It's just a matter of whether or
Does
not...
he want to commit? That's a lot to commit. For
It
that
is a lot
hand.
to commit, but sometimes you got to do it.
I don't know. He's only got... No, I don't think I think I agree with him not.
We'll see. I mean, if you're going to do it, you do it when it's coming at you. That way they can't dash one.
Yeah. Is he going to
And
commit?
this
He
will
just has so many
be- I
lands
think he's
in
gonna
his
do
hand.
it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Let's hopefully he draws into some...
And I think that's
some
actually
advantage.
the right play. It's not a sexy move, but I think that's what you do.
Yeah, this sucks.
So he's on all lands.
Yeah, he is on all lands.
He can function that way, though.
Yeah, no,
It's
can
not
draw,
ideal.
He can draw into the right shit. And he's going to take that. That's the contingency here. Is
He's got so many 2-for-1s in his
Yeah.
deck.
Oh, yeah.
That's the key.
okay, prismatic.
Prismatic is
That's
good. Just got to try to dodge another Inquisition here, which if you're Isaiah, that's not something you want to do after seeing a bunch of shit.
No,
This looks like a dash monkey.
this is a dash monkey, and this one is connecting.
Yeah.
Denies him a solitude.
The monkey does the least work I've found against control when it comes to playing shit off the top.
yeah,
Like, I mean, it does work because he just got to play 2 creatures in one turn
yeah,
because
exactly.
of
The
ramp.
treasure is huge.
But yeah, as far as getting free cards, it doesn't happen a whole lot.
Termagoyf gets prismatic. Isaiah's definitely in a better position this game to start.
Yep, and we're seeing the play draw be as you would kind of expect in
Yeah,
a
of course.
format like Modern. The play draw has been huge.
Yeah, and Inquisition on turn 1 against control deck is pretty nice too, and just the pressure of the monkey, and that's what the monkey does is makes your opponent spend 2 cards to get rid of it.
So it looks like Isaiah has chosen to make constructs instead of dashing out the monkey again. How do you feel about that? You know your opponent's on not a lot of gas, so you figure you can kind of
Yeah,
stack some cards in hand to win the late game.
it could potentially. I mean, it goes both ways, I guess, because making him answer this thing still leaves the monkey up to have some efficacy later.
It's working out well for him since Chris drew Counterspell,
Yeah,
which I think he's also got a Solitude now.
he does, and he can't pitch. Solitude's not live until next turn.
Yeah, but he will have the land, I believe.
Yeah, he's got the lane covered, so it's definitely coming down next turn.
Yeah.
And Isaiah does he have any action with a 1 mana he's got available?
Probably going to play the monkey.
He can dash the monkey because of
Oh, he can.
the spring leaf. And this is going to get counterspelled.
Nice play by Chris there.
Yep.
So only taking 3. It's not the worst.
Oh,
So
man.
what he can actually ambush this thing in combat. He can actually
Oh, yeah.
potentially get both of these off the board. Potentially. Depending on whether or not Isaiah has a removal spell.
Yeah, we shall see. I mean, you would think he would. He does. He has the charm. But he's going to go ahead and let it go. Let the trade happen. It's not the worst.
Yeah. Chris gains a little life.
Still got 2 mana up with a threat. That's good. Now Chris
gets
is into...
to start scrying again.
Yeah, which is going to be huge because he really needs to find a Shadow Prophecy, Memory Deluge. Definitely needs to...
I think he'd be happy starting off with just an answer for this Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
Prismatic Ending would be a good
Well,
draw.
I mean, the thing, like, if you find one of those cards, you're going to find an answer for the
I assume
Goyf.
he brought in Dress Down. That would be a good pit. That would be a good snag.
Land, bottom that shit.
All right.
And money.
Oh, that does kill
Nothing.
a token later. He has been gung-ho about that fucking card, John.
That card is trash.
It looks like ass.
I'm the whitest player you know, and it's fucking trash.
I
tried it.
Okay, you found an answer.
I tried it once, and it was
So
fucking
he's got
awful.
Leyline Binding on top to deal with the Tarmogoyf, which I assume he's going to do that in combat in case there's any shenanigans with Boseiju. And so we were just talking shit about this card. It might not be bad here, John.
It's going to do something here. It's going to do what it does.
It's going to kill a fucking dude or emo.
Yeah. I still don't like the card. It's going to look fine here, but I'm still not a huge fan of it. It's free enough that you can just have it. I think it's weird in a Leyline Binding deck. I feel like it would be more annoying than good most of the time, but I don't know. Yeah.
Man, Isaiah's getting to aggro here, and it's not going to work out as well as he thought.
I mean,
So Chris is going to kill both attackers.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's buying himself some time. He really needs to hit an advantage spell here. Because he needs more than just an answer. He needs an answer.
And I don't think
action.
he's debating whether or not he should take a draw here or scry on his upkeep, and that's tough.
That is super tough because he's a 4.
That is super tough. I mean, he's not dead on board, so I think that the play is to just take the draw.
Yeah.
He chose to. I think he's got a Shadow Prophecy there, but his life total's too low for that to be a card.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to see it there, John.
I didn't either. I tried. All right. This is Isaiah jammed out. That's it.
All right. It was Memory Deluge, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So game 3, right?
This is going to game 3. Yeah. This is this is everything I thought it would be.
Yeah, I feel like maybe because Isaiah was holding on to that Riveteer's Charm on that turn that he lost both of his constructs. Maybe he should have just fired that off.
Well, this is going to be huge for Chris, being on the play.
That actually probably would have... That could have made the difference, because Chris, I guess, just would have been a little bit faster, but... Still got there, so... Yeah, play is, again, it's modern, it's competitive. Play is huge in every competitive format.
Yep. And I like this quick work. You know, we sideboarded the correct way. We're not wasting any time. Like, this is the fastest transition from game 2 to 3 that you're going to see.
All right, so Chris is putting his away, I think.
It's funny how they say never look. Chris looks like a lot of times.
Yeah. He always does.
He's like, what were my next 5 draws going to be?
All right. Anybody like their hands? Isaiah's was... I think it may have been a keepable hand, but it wasn't great.
That's also how Chris concedes.
Yeah.
When Chris is conceded, he doesn't say, I concede. He just starts looking at the top cards of his library.
Right. Yeah. You're going to fucking figure it out. Yeah, that's the problem with there is a Saga thing, having the incidental artifacts that you play because you have Urza Saga, and like, yeah, it covers all your bases, but a lot of the time those cards aren't relevant in matches, and then you draw them and you're like, peh.
Yep. That's why it's awesome in Vintage Cube, because all of this shit is just good.
Yeah.
Like when you can play it with Mox and
For
stuff
sure.
like that.
Tap land from Chris.
One mana
Gonna see an Inquisition probably, or a Thoughtseize Inquisition. So we're looking at.
You take the 2-for-1, or you just take his next play. Your Isaiah.
Probably take the next.
Probably depending on what he's trying to resolve next turn.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. So, I thought that was a land there. He actually took the Shadow Prophecy, which is one of the 2-for-1s.
For sure.
2-for-1s.
Yeah. So he's not worried about what he's playing getting countered.
Yeah, what he's gonna do, he's gonna go on. You counter this?
No.
I think you do, because he's gonna be on.
He's gonna be down
the construct plan.
Yeah.
So let's just try to. I think this would be a very savvy counter spell here. I really do.
Yeah.
He's not going to. I think that you have to think that counter spell is going to be in your hand for a while.
Yeah.
Because I think that the next 2 turns he's just going to make constructs because he's not going to play into the counter spell. So, and then if you counter spell there, you can now hold up Archmage's Charm still. So
yeah, and there's only one of those in the deck, and they use that to offset the loss of the land.
Yep.
And so getting rid of it is kind of.
I think that would have been I'll have to talk to Chris about that later. I think that there was an argument to be made. Now I get what his thinking is. He's playing this damn Leyline Binding, and so he needs to get the other. Yeah. The other tri-land in play. Right. And I'm sure that had.
And that is exactly why. Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. I like this. This is going to set him back.
Yeah, that's a big deal for sure. That's one of the best current uses of Teferi in the format. Is getting to do that.
Yeah. It's kind of like a mini Time Walk is all it really is, because, it doesn't get rid of it forever, but it
makes a difference.
It does make Isaiah's. Oh yeah, that was a time walk. That was a true time walk. And Chris is generally, when you cast actual factual time walk against your opponent, you're in a good shape.
Yeah.
He missed a 4th land drop.
Chris,
He did. So he's gonna have to draw his way to one. Luckily, he's got the ammunition to do that. It's like a couple of non-lands.
Yeah, it was a Solitude and something else.
Okay, he's got a land.
He has got all the Leyline Bindings.
Oh yeah, he's in such a good shape right now, John.
Yeah.
I sure would consider eating. Actually, what I kind of like here is Leyline Binding on the attacking one. Then you can bounce the Leyline Binding with your Teferi and replay it and kill the other one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, that's great.
And if he wants to, he could also eat this. What is this?
He's not Teferiing anything. That's a Pithing Needle.
Pithing Needle. Well, that's gonna eat a Prismatic Ending now.
Oh, yeah. He did +2.
Yep. So he will be able to do all the things that we just mentioned.
Yep.
Hey, John, we get to see how bad Pithing Needle actually plays out live on coverage. I've been bitching about it forever. And in my experience, this is exactly what happens.
Yeah, it never does really anything. All right, here's a Dashed Monkey, I think. No? Just Cast Monkey? Yeah, just Cast Monkey.
I don't think he had the mana to do all the things.
Yeah, Binding with Teferi is definitely good. Binding it's a good card. Doesn't quite work in mine.
Are we going to see the Prismatic Ending on the Pithing Needle? I assume so, right?
I would have to think so. If he's got it, why not? Because the value here is just too...
Okay, he's going to do that.
He's going to go ahead and do that. Oh,
that's fair.
He had 3 of the goddamn things anyway, so...
Okay, he's just going after the threats.
All right, yeah.
He's saying that Teferi just being on the battlefield is going to do something for me.
Well, and it's not going to, turning it back on is not going to do that much for him anyway, and, this static is fine.
He's got plenty of action. He needs another land yet again.
Counterspell that thing.
Chris he's missing land drops, which is unfortunate for him, but like he is not in a bad spot.
No.
Like land is the best draw every time.
March
is actually maybe March was the best draw. That's anti-land.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, that feels so good to do to somebody.
Yeah, it does. He can do it again.
Yeah.
Like he's got Snapcaster in hand. So if Isaiah's play is another, okay. Well, you'd like to have an answer to that one.
Pitch.
You don't. I think you pitched the Leyline Binding. It's tough to say.
It is tough.
I think I'm pitching the Leyline Binding. I don't know. Maybe you pitched the Solitude.
I'd
play the Leyline Binding.
Probably do that.
It's tough.
I don't know.
This is why you don't miss land drops as a control player, because then you would just be able to snap counter this thing.
Yeah, that's rough. I don't know. He's a land away.
I would pitch Leyline Binding because he's just going to cast a Leyline Binding and then discard Snapcaster.
Nope. Solitude. I think that's
the right play.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. All right, and we've got.
I'm surprised he is not taking out this Pithing Needle at any point. It would be nice to be able to buy back one of these.
Well, he could do it now. He just drew his 4th Leyline Binding. Yeah, you can deal with a Termagoyf easy with that Snapcaster.
He's going to snap counter this one.
Yeah, which is good.
And Isaiah's empty-handed, I believe.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, okay, this allows him to do everything.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that you take out the needle now. No, he's going for the Termagoyf.
Yeah, I would take out the needle. Just get more value out of these other bindings, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he has.
It's perfectly fine.
I like getting the extra card. I mean, you could get 2 cards off your Teferi now.
Oh, yeah. They're getting close. I mean,
this is an intense game just because it's like they're both so low on resources in such different ways.
Yeah, they're running low on clock, so they got to start making some moves here. Definitely on Chris's end, he's got to speed this up.
Isaiah just does nothing, which is great news for Chris.
Yeah. Okay, he's just gonna play patient. I do like just getting the extra cards. Ugh. Yeah, Isaiah's just drawing lands.
That's another one.
Nope.
Oh, Fury.
That's a card. Oh, yeah, it's a Shadow Prophecy. Gonna go ahead and mop that up. So now definitely doesn't need to worry about the Pithing Needle. Yep, Shadow Prophecy. Hopefully get a land.
Let's try to get a good look at this one.
Okay. That Iganjo does something.
Yeah, Iganjo actually looks good, but he doesn't want it.
No. And he didn't. I don't know, I feel like.
Yeah, another Leyline Binding. Jesus Christ.
Hey, there we go.
Now he's sitting pretty.
Yeah,
he will be able to shadow again.
Yeah, get this snap.
Which is this is Chris doing what he wants his deck to do here. This is let's get another look at this one.
Okay, he's got the Hull, Teferi.
I think you take. Yeah, Teferi's no good since he's just decided to let the Pithing Needle be bad.
Hull is a big deal. The Solitude is huge. Yeah, he's perfectly fine here.
This is why Pithing Needle's bad, because if he would have removed it, he immediately would have got to draw 2 cards by picking up one of those Leyline Bindings that has a token underneath it. And then if he just ignores it, then Isaiah's just down a card because
he just had
just having the static is a real thing.
And there it is. I think that was the hand gesturing from Isaiah seems pretty ready
he's
for
looking pretty
concession.
defeated. and Chris getting to do this again.
Yeah.
Which at this point, he'll probably just keep counter magic. I'm definitely taking the Archmage's Charm here, and he agrees.
Yeah. What's the clock at?
They've got 4 minutes, which is plenty of time.
Yeah. I'm surprised Isaiah
Chris was correct. This is not going to come down to time. And he is one. Okay, next turn he will be able to attack for lethal. I think he just let her. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Isaiah's dead either way.
Yeah. He's
All
toast.
right. Chris Priest is going to pick up his first win of the day.
Not even firing.
No. Not going with the Giant. You're Chris, again. Again. Why do you do this?
Look at Isaiah. He's just like, fuck this shit.
And he's like, you could have, like, Isaiah's talking shit.
Dude, I know.
Isaiah's
He's
like,
like,
you could
I
have
don't
just
even
killed me.
fucking care.
I'm
Like,
empty-handed.
this
You
is-
could have just activated this Giant and killed me.
You fucking dick, Chris.
Yeah, he really is a dick.
Oh, God. Look at Isaiah. Fuck this card. Here's a fucking Inquisition.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take out the pithing needle now. Sure, you get nothing.
Oh, shit. What an asshole.
-1. All right. We've seen him do that too often, John, where he had lethal with an
Yeah.
empty-handed play. If he just activates his Giant and
See-
he's just like, he gets his mind on a line and like he doesn't
This
deter
is it.
from that
Yeah.
particular line. He's like, I can just counter the next 5 spells that he casts. So
Fucking Chris Priest, man.
I'll just turn this Snapcaster sideways over and over
All
again.
right, well, let's
But,
go see how Isaiah feels
John,
about
John,
that.
2 rounds in, we're 2 for 2, man. Those are 2 great matches.
They were.
This one especially was fucking fantastic. So we're gonna try to find another one of these. We're gonna try to give you a player who's 1-1, a couple players who are 1-1 trying to fight to get into the.
Yeah.